it's Shemi. So I have another fun project. I am making some of these wood plank signs for my friend Pam. Her birthday is on the 10th, so you'll see this video afterwards. But I really wanted to create just some easy signs that she can use in her garden. She has a beautiful garden. So all I did was I went to Hobby Lobby, and they have these wood planks. They were 4 for $2.99. So I thought they were perfect, and she can use them in your garden. This is like the one that I made just to kind of show you what they look like afterwards. I don't really like the lettering, so I did grab another stencil, and hopefully we can fix that. But it's a super simple process. It does just take a little bit of time, but all you're going to do is just paint a base coat. So for this one, I use terracotta from Americana, and then for the other one that you saw, I used this one, the burnt sienna, as a top coat, as a base coat. So you're going to paint that, you let it dry fully, and then we're going to use this, which is called weather wood. So it gives like a crackling kind of effect on wood. It's really cool. You can use it for ornaments, for all sorts of stuff. So we're going to apply that. So let me just get my brush out here. Give it a dry off too. But this is an Americana product, really cool. You can do lots of cool stuff with it. But we're just going to put it on here. So it needs to be in an even coating. So I'm just going to kind of spread it on like this. And I'm not going to overwork it. That's the main thing, is just go over it and just make sure that your strokes are in one direction, okay? So, and you see that I picked up a little bit of something white there, but that's okay. And what happens is, we're going to dry it off, is that it makes little crackles in the wood, on top of the wood. You can't really see it now, but when I dry it off, you will be able to see. So I am going to use my blow dryer, so you will hear some noise. So, but I really want you to see the process. I'm going to bring you in a little bit more. And it's really shiny, but what happens is as I dry it off, it becomes not so shiny. Okay, I'm going to just stick that brush there. And it does take a little while, to dry, but just be patient. And you could use your heat gun, it's okay for this process, and that's fine. And I wish you could see really good, but you can see that it has these cracks in it. And hopefully it's okay, because I did have quite a bit of water on that brush, but I think we'll be okay. If not, we can turn it over and do the other side, but I think we're okay. But you can see this part is matte, so that lets me know that that's dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to dry this, and I will be right back. It's going to take just a little bit, but that's okay. You can also let it dry naturally, and that would work too. So I'm going to continue to let it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so it's fully dry. I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of crackling going on right now. But what you do is you let it dry, and then you put a second coat on top. So I'm going to put this buttermilk color on top. That's how it looks. And that's what color I used here. And it makes it look like real wood, hopefully, if I didn't add too much water. And I should have actually put this on my palette. Now you want to do quite a large amount of paint. So do a really thick coating, because it shows up much, much better. And I'm not going to mess with it too much. You want to just try to really go over it just once. Because if you don't, it begins reacting. And then you'll mess with the finish of your piece. So there we go. So we're just going to kind of go through, and you will see in a second that it will begin to be activated. But can you see it's starting to make cracks over there? Okay. Very good. Just like that. Oops, and see that? I should not have messed with that, but it's okay, it'll be thin. Okay. just going to get over there in that corner, and then you just kind of let it do its magic. So as you can, I know you can see here that it's starting to crack a little bit, and right up here. So it's just on its own, that's what it does, is it makes it look like weathered wood. Isn't that cool? So it makes it look really old and very cool. So it's a really fun product. I love it actually. It's really cool. And you just kind of let it do its thing. I'll let it dry just for a couple of minutes and I'll be back, and we will begin decoupaging napkins on top, and then we will add our stencil. Okay, so I'll be right back as soon as this is fully dry. Okay guys, so it's fully dry. This is how it looks. You see that it has cracks in it, which is awesome. I love it. So I'm just going to kind of set that aside, and then I'm going to grab my napkins. These were sent to me in Happy Mail. They're so pretty. I love flower napkins, but I'm a little cheap to pay for them, so I'm so happy when I get them in Happy Mail. So it's good. They can be expensive, like $4 for a pack or something, which is kind of crazy. So yes, I do get some at the dollar store. They have some good ones too. But all I do is have a little brush and some water, and I'm just going to trace around kind of what design I want. I think I'm going to do these two flowers, these two big red flowers. And I did take off all the layers of the napkins, because in case you didn't know, napkins have layers, okay? And then very, very gently, I'm just gonna tear it apart. And what that does is it creates a really nicer edge than if I just had used my scissors to cut it. The edge is just much, much nicer. It really just blends into my work instead of, and then right in here too, I'm gonna just kind of go and remove that straight edge right on the bottom. Very good. And I'm just gonna leave that little napkin on there, okay, just like that. And we have to do the same thing over here with this little one. I'm just working on a piece of plastic. But this is such a fun gift idea. I mean, I wish I had access to wood, like wood planks, because this would be really cool with those. But I just thought of this because I wanted to make something special for her, and she has the most beautiful garden, Pam does. Hopefully she'll give us a tour one time on her garden. That'd be awesome. It's so pretty. And she actually has a bed that she puts flowers in. It's a real flower bed, which I think that is like the coolest thing ever. So this is another one, so I'll show you. I'm going to remove the layers. But she loves the garden. My mom loves the garden too, so it's fun. It really is. I wasn't into it when I was younger, but I'm getting into it. Oops. Sometimes they can be hard to kind of get apart, but I think I got it now. Alright. So this one has two. See? It has two layers, but I'm just working with the front layer here, and I'm just going to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to go around the flowers with just a fine brush, the two flowers that I want to use, and then very, very gently, I'm just going to give it a tear. Gentle, gentle, gentle. And I'd love to make gifts for people if I can, you know, like if I know them and I know what they like. I think it's just more special when you make a gift for someone, so I always try to do that. Just like that. Alrighty, so that's good enough, I think. Now we are going to decoupage these on our sign. Okay, so I just have some decoupage glue or Decoupage glue, and you just need to be very, very gentle. That's the main thing. And I am probably going to use this plastic just so that I don't have to touch the napkin a lot. So I'm going to put down a generous amount of my decoupage glue. It's at the very bottom, so I'm kind of tilting the jar. You'll see, just like that. Okay, so, okay, and we'll take this and we will put it just like that. And I'm just going to very gently push it down. And I'm going to apply. And as you see, it has little ridges on the edge, but I'm not worried about that because I can just take an emery board and get rid of that. So there's no worries there. Alrighty, and that's what you do. So you're just going to kind of brush it down. But you see how simple this project is, and it's not bad. It doesn't take a long time to do it. So I hope it's something that you give a try too. And I love decoupage. I'm a decoupage loving girl. I just think it's so fun. Very cool. But these are great little garden signs for your garden. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. I'm just going to move these two napkins because I will use them for something else. Alrighty, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So, generously. And you just want to make sure that this is fully dry. That's the main thing, because you do not want to mess up your gorgeous finish that you made. And it looks like, you know, really beautiful aged wood or weathered wood. And it's just an easy little bottle that you can get at the craft store or order online. So it's fun. And I will have a link to the products that I use. But you can use whatever base coat you wanted. So you could use black. You could even do a color if you wanted. Or just, you know, think of some things. And these will have a little bit of wrinkles on them, but I don't care. I think that adds to the character of the piece. But if you didn't want that, you could just take plastic wrap and press it down, and that would prevent a lot of wrinkles and bubbles in your decoupage. So, as I said, I don't care. Now, I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to set it aside and let it dry, and I will come back and then we'll do the lettering, and I am going to add even more crackling on top of this, because I really want a beautiful aged look. Okay, so I will. Hi guys, so now we're going to do the stenciling, which I am not the best at. I always seem to get some like somewhere, but we're going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to use my burnt sienna Americana, stick that right on my drop paper here, and I'm going to use as little bit of paint as I can, okay? So I have it on, and I love these stencil brushes, they're the best. Okay, and I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to write the word hope for this one. Okay, and I'm going to leave it be. We're going to lift gently. Okay, so that's not too bad. Usually it's worse, okay, when I do it. Alrighty. So let's see here. So we're going to do an O next. Let's try to get that little scrape thing that I made. And actually, let me, where's my blow dryer? I'm just going to dry it off just a little bit. That way I won't drag the paint when I put the stencil over it. Okay, and then again we're going to go in and just have a little bit of paint on there. So there's my O. I'm going to dry it off. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit more down, just a tad, just a pea size, basically. And we're going to do our P. But yeah, these are so fun to make. And like I said, you could just use regular wood planks, and I wish I had wood planks. I just don't have access to anything like that. Yes, but they're awesome. But thank goodness the craft store has stuff like this, huh? And we're just going to go in, and I'm just making circles with my stencil brush. And I mean, you could even just make a square sign. That'd be great too. Just anything that has wood is fine. Okay, and let's dry that off just for a second. Awesome. And I'm going to try to make a hanger, so we'll see how that works out. We're going to attempt it on camera here in a second. That'll be coming up in a little while. Then we're going to again do our stenciling here. And this is just such a fun project, especially for someone that loves their garden. I absolutely love that. I can't believe that I stenciled without getting stuff everywhere. It's a miracle. You guys are my good luck charm. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to give that a dry. Okay, and then I'm going to go around the edges right now with my sanding block. I got this from the dollar store. And what that's going to do, it's going to remove any napkin that I have hanging over the edge. Just like that. And just kind of smooth out those edges a little bit. Okay. And then for these, for the little, like, parts here that stick out, I'm just going to use my nail file, sorry. I can't talk today apparently. Just like that. Alright. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing over here. But that one's not very bad. Okay. It's okay if there's a little bit in there, but I just want to try to get out as much as I can. Just like that. Okay. But it's amazing. A nail file and a sanding block are essential if you're doing decoupage with napkins, because you can remove so much and get into spaces very well. Okay, so now we're going to move on to another medium, and this is the Deco Arts glazing or crackle glaze, and I'm going to use that because I want the flowers to kind of be aged too, and I just want more crackle. I mean, it's beautiful as it is. I could seal it and be done with it, but especially for the flowers, and that's mainly where I'm going to concentrate on, I want to add some more crackle. So this is a very cool product, and then that way it kind of matches this beautiful crackling going on here. And this one I'm not going to add any brown or anything. I think I'm just going to leave it alone because it looks gorgeous to me. I really love this one. Okay, just like that. So all I'm doing is just adding that. Just right there. And it's going to bring the flowers out even more because it's quite glossy. But it gives this really beautiful crackling effect, and I am going to dry it off, but I will come back to do that part. And if you wanted to, you could add it on the words too. It wouldn't do anything to it, so something that you can do for sure. Okay, just like that. And I'll add a little bit on the wood just so you can kind of see that effect. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry, and while I'm letting that dry, I am just going to put down some metallic paint, and I'm going to finish my edges here. So all I do is I just use my finger and just kind of be careful. Oops. Oops, 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 I got gold on there. Okay, well, it's going to have a gold twinge, and then we're just going to kind of go very gently around the edges. You could use a paintbrush for this. That would have probably been better, but you guys know how I roll. Well, and it wouldn't be me if there wasn't a little bit of an accident on here, so that's fine. Makes it fun. It's homemade. It's not supposed to be perfect. Or manufactured looking, I should say. It should look like I made it, so it's fun. So like that. So I'll do the whole edge like that, just like I did for this one. And I'm not going to worry about the back, but I just wanted it to have a clean edge. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I decided that I'm going to put the crackle on all of it because I love the way it looks. So I'm just going to apply it right over my words too, just with a brush. This is kind of my bing around brush that I have. They're really cheap. You can get them at Harbor Freight for like $4, and they come with a pack of 20. And I mean, they're so cheap you can just kind of throw them away, but I tend to just wash mine out and they last forever. They're really great for mediums. That's what I'm using here, and I'm just going over those words because I really love that crackled look. And we're going to let this dry, and then the last step will be to make a hanger for this baby. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so it's all dry. I'm going to bring it up nice and close so you can see. Now we are going to make a little hanger for it like I did for this one. Super simple. I am going to use my Big Bite. As I told you guys, I got it from Joanna's 50% off coupon. Super simple. And I really love it. It's a really great tool to have in your craft room if you can so afford it. And I had to save up for a while, so yeah. So what I'm going to do is I just turned my wood plank on the back, and I'm just going to make 2 little marks. So I just have an envelope here, and I'm just going to make a mark there and there. If you wanted to, you could measure, but I can kind of eyeball it, and I don't care if it's perfect. So yeah. So that's fine with me. And then I'm setting this on the first setting, and I'm just going to set it down, and I'm going to line up my punch with there. But these are awesome because they punch through everything. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to apply a lot of pressure. Good. And we have a hole. See there? And then we're going to do the other side the same exact way. And I just kind of, just to make sure I have it lined up, I just push it down just a little bit, but I don't go through. Okay? But I will go through now. Okay, there we go. So we have 2 holes. See there? Okay, now for the wire part, I am just going to use florist wire for this part. So all I'm going to do is just unravel a nice long piece. I get this from the dollar store, super cheap, and it's perfect for these kind of signs. Okay, so I'm going to cut maybe about 20 inches, maybe a little bit more, and then I'm going to do it in half like that, fold it in half, see, like that. Okay, and then I am going to begin to twist it. Okay, so I'm just going to push, just take one end and just kind of twist it just a little bit at first. Okay, and then once I get one end done, I will twist it some more. Just like that. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. That's how it looks. Okay, just twisting wire, super simple. Anyone can do it. Really fun, really easy. Okay, just like that. And I'm just taking one and just twisting it around. Okay, like that. And I'm not going to go to the very, very end because I usually go over. I usually have extra excess wire, so because I don't want my sign too long, or Pam's sign, I should say. This is going to be a gift from her. Okay, so then we're going to turn it over, and we'll thread it through one end. It doesn't matter which one, just like that. And I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to give it a twist. Okay, and I might need to use my pliers. You see that a little better if I put it there? Okay, I'm going to bring it in just a bit. But literally all I'm doing is just twisting. Twist, 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 that's it. Okay, just like that. Just like that, okay? And then we're going to thread it through the other end. So I'm just going to take my 2 ends there, thread it through. And I don't want them too long, so that's about how long they're going to be. Maybe a little bit shorter. But just enough so she can, you know, hang them up. That's about right. Okay? And then I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to just wind my wire through, just like I did the other side. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to trim it off. And then I'm just going to take some flat nose pliers, and I am going to make sure that it's sealed in. And that's it, guys. That's how easy it is to make one of these wood plank signs. And like I said, it would be super awesome if I had wood planks, but if you don't have wood planks, you can go to the craft store and they have tons of them. I mean, I found these for $2.99 for 4, so I'm going to make 4 more signs. Once my mom sees these, I'm going to have to make her a set, so I prepared for that. I just need to know what colors and stuff she wants. But she's going to love them, and she's going to totally have me make one. Okay, and I'm just making sure that there's no pokies or anything sticking out. Okay, but look how simple this is. Just really fun, easy, beautiful signs that she can use in her garden. I will spray these just with an acrylic sealer just to make sure that they're really protected from the elements, and I will go over this side with varnish too. That's it. So super simple, easy to do. Hopefully you make these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love it if you could. And tell me what kind of gifts you like to make for the gardeners in your life. Okay guys, I'll see you next time. And I will put a link to Pam's channel. I hope you check it out. She's an amazing artist. I love her channel. She is a great artist. Amazing, absolutely talented. So I will link her video below, and you guys can go check it out, and I hope she likes these for her birthday. Bye bye, have a great day.